See you later, suckers!
Such incredible style and features at such great value.
Go.
It's gonna feel like you stole it.
They'll never take us alive. Never!
And it's fun to pretend you did. Suzuki.
From crash back to flash in under 10 days. BBR Accident Repairs. Get their estimate tool at bbr.com.au.
Part of the Ace Radio Network, 88.9 and 93.7 Mix FM.
11 degrees in Melbourne, mostly sunny tomorrow, a top of 16. It's 5 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Tony Tardio. Olivia Newton-John is being remembered for giving people hope as a strong advocate for cancer patients. The 73-year-old has died after battling the disease for 30 years. Her work led to the opening of the Olivia Newton-John Cancer and Wellness Centre at the Austin Hospital. The centre's divisional director, Cherie Cheshire, says she gave people something special.
She was very, very giving of her time and very, very generous to the patients at the centre, and they've embraced her well and truly. So I think we'll have a lot of people around today, both our staff and our patients, who will be really feeling her loss today.
Her friend Patty Newton says Olivia was so loved because she had the ability to make people feel special and like she was their best friend. She says she's admired as an advocate for cancer awareness after her own diagnosis.
She put on such a wonderful battle, and she did it with so much grace. And she didn't just do it for herself, she did it for all the breast cancer patients. And because she was such a strong lady, she put on a wonderful fight. And I hope she and Bert have a wonderful time up there in heaven.
Melbourne landmarks will tonight be lit up in pink to remember Olivia Newton-John and her contribution to cancer awareness, research and treatment. The Premier denies the government is stalling on a decision for Melbourne's second safe injecting room. Dennis O'Kane reports.
The Drug and Alcohol Research Centre says facilities are urgently needed in Footscray, St Kilda and Frankston, and that's on top of the trouble-plagued North Richmond facility and also the mooted centre opposite Flinders Street Station. The injecting room in the CBD is tipped to be built in the old Urella building after the state election. Daniel Andrews denying the government's deliberately stalling on a decision, as former Chief Commissioner Ken Lay has yet to finish his report.
The pandemic has changed patterns of drug use. That's the advice that we've received, and you want to get this right.
Shadow Mental Health Minister Emma Keeley says the Urella site is slap bang in the middle of Melbourne's cafe precinct.
The Grey Street is the cafe icon for the region. It's used as the international image of why people should travel to Melbourne and spend their money here.
At State Parliament, Dennis O'Kane, 9 News.
Residents who live around the under-construction suburban rail link, which will run from Cheltenham to Box Hill, are worried long-promised parkland will be replaced by the suburban rail loop development. They say land that has been earmarked for parks will be turned into a train depot. Shadow Minister for Transport Infrastructure, Matthew Bark, says the government should be listening to the concerns of locals.
Before the last election, the Andrews Labor government, it promised more green space, actually, and a so-called chain of parks. But now, with no consultation, these good folks in Heatherton are going to have a rail yard literally on their back doors.
A man has been arrested over a double stabbing at Ascot Vale last night. A man and a woman were taken to hospital with non-life-threatening stab wounds following an altercation. 56-year-old man was arrested this afternoon after officers tried to intercept his car at Kensington. Another 44 people with COVID have died in Victoria. 6,300 have tested positive. There are 673 in hospital with COVID. In finance news, the share market up 8 points. The dollar buying 69.73 US cents.
Darren Groves knows the Hamilton property market. Call Darren at Groves Real Estate.
Former Swans captain Josh Kennedy is the latest AFL veteran to call time on his career. The 34-year-old who played in the Sydney's 2012 premiership will retire at season's end. He hopes to add to his 290 senior games despite a recent hamstring injury at VFL level.
Regardless of the severity of the injury, I'll just do what I can to get back, and at least, I'd love just to finish the year and train and feel part of it that way, as well as off the field. It wouldn't have changed anything. It's a hope not an expectation.
West Coast Tim Kelly's about to face the AFL Tribunal, challenging a one-game ban for a dangerous tackle. Later tonight, Carlton captain Patrick Cripps will attempt to overturn a two-game ban. It's 5:05. That's the latest in news and sport.
If you have an unwanted tree that needs removing or trees that are encroaching on fence lines, Barco can sort it out. They're your local accredited professional team and one-stop shop for tree lopping and traffic management.
The next time you try a McCafe coffee, you'll be enjoying the delicious taste of Australia's most popular barista-made coffee. Just one of many reasons to try McCafe.
It's hard to believe that some people buy beds out of town. Makes you wonder if they've ever been to Beds. And if they know how good the staff are and the time they spend making their customers happy, shopping elsewhere is a bit silly, really. Beds of Portland. Mix FM's Business of the Month.
Mix FM,
your official emergency
so if you're hitting the
broadcaster.
open road on your next outdoor adventure,
Mix
this
FM
will take you
weather.
pride in a
Summit
job well done.
Grampians Livestock
There's
and
only
Real
one
Estate
place to go.
welcomes Edith Fox to the Portland
Battery
sales
World.
team.
There's a strong wind warning for the west coast and cloudy for the rest of your Tuesday, with winds becoming lighter and an overnight low of 4 degrees. Cloudy tomorrow with a medium chance of showers in the evening and 30k winds, a top of 13. Thursday there'll be more cloud about with rain in the morning and a max of 15. And Friday partly cloudy with the chance of a thunderstorm and reaching a high of 16. Tomorrow looking at a top of 13 for Hamilton and 15 for Warrnambool, Portland and the coast.
Harvey Norman Hamilton, your laptop specialists.
Right now it's 10 degrees.